right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Realms of the Wild.
Woo!
And there are benefits to not using my voice in the morning, so I can speak real low. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
You could have saved so much money in hiring James Earl Jones and just hired you, Jody.
Yeah. Totally. I can do that, and I can go, Simba. That's about it.
Remember who you are.
Who you are.
I'm just going to contact you whenever I need to do a bass voice, all right?
One true king. So, yes, this is Realms of the Wild.
This is Realms of the Wild imitating.
It is. In the show where I
off
make
on
Mufasa references and talk in a really low voice.
This is close to a decom, right? Disney Channel original.
And eventually, we watch Elias roll dice poorly.
You mostly just see me react to watching dice poorly.
That's true. We don't have enough camera angles for that. But this is the show where Elias has the Wheaton curse, so...
No, Elias just has the Wheaton curse. Like, I have him.
Period. Okay.
Like, it's not just this game.
It's everything? Okay, good to know.
Hi, Elias.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
I'm gonna drink my orange juice and then my coffee.
I missed all of that conversation because I was doing a white balance on my camera.
Basically, we just threw some shade at Elias.
Did you?
Okay.
Like what you guys did last week to me.
Okay.
So, yeah, you may notice there is a lack of Fae in our proceedings. Unfortunately, Kiri had some prior engagement, won't be able to join us this week, but I'll hopefully be back next episode. So Kess will be more quiet than usual. Otherwise, we don't really have a whole lot of announcements other than we've decided that we enjoy doing the poll in the chat so much that we're gonna do it again today.
It's definitely not because that we didn't have a poll prepped until like 2 minutes before we went live. Definitely not because of that. No.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Reminder:
planning.
Follow Zelda Universe on Twitter, so that
And then follow us on Twitter.
when we do start doing the poll correctly, then you'll be able to vote there too. And if you see Elias giving me evil looks, that's
just life.
I mean, he gives that to everybody. He has the same look of just like, but why?
I'm
Why are
constantly
you like
disappointed
this?
with everyone all the time.
It comes from working in the tech industry.
And also probably from dealing with me. I'm not helping it.
So yeah, please what do you mean? I don't have anything. They don't.
But they don't get a vote for you.
Oh, yeah.
I said character.
They don't give me control over their social media. They're not that dumb.
What about Pierre? You're not that dumb. Wow, cool.
You're a producer, therefore you've got responsibility in this.
Do we?
You do.
I just do the hashtag what about Pierre, even though I know it's there.
To return, there are there is one announcement, which is there are hopefully going to be some Smash Bros. Ultimate streams this weekend on the channel. So tune in, check out it. Is the game out yet?
The game launches December 7th, and I know that because I'm working the midnight launch.
It
okay.
Yeah, it comes out this
So-
Thursday.
So did you guys
starting
get?
Thursday night? We'll probably throw something together, and then throughout the weekend.
Oh, okay. So not
Yep.
this weekend. Next week.
Yep.
Oh, right. Yeah, I should have been more clear with that.
Yeah,
I was thinking, like, do you guys get review copies? Because I've seen people.
we might, but who knows? We haven't heard anything from it.
I've seen people putting up videos of it. I'm like,
That's
has
because
to
there
be
was a leak
previews.
earlier this week. There was a big leak earlier this week on it.
I read the Switch got cracked. And
Yep, I'm not happy about it, and I don't think Nintendo's happy about it either. But I'm holding off until the actual game launch.
The company that
I
sued
know.
a bunch
know.
of people for emulating games that don't.
I know
exist
what
anymore?
a concept, right? It's so weird. Also, side note, if you're gonna go to a midnight launch, please be respectful to those working it. Cool.
I usually
Just-
do, unless their name is Alex Rosenberg.
I will
Yeah.
kick the shit out of you.
Do it.
If you see
Do
Alex
something.
at an opening or at a midnight launch, please give him as much crap as possible. Complain to his managers, whatever
You all are why I have trust issues. Everywhere I go, everybody that I know I work with give me trust issues. I don't know why, but y'all are the reason why. At 24 years old, I'm already graying.
Don't do anything like talk to his manager. Just show up, and he'll know you're from Realms. But if you just like give him a whole fried chicken,
I
If
actually
you
think
need a
what
whole
you
fried
should
chicken, I will just give you the death glare.
No, you should show up in an Elias face shirt.
that works too.
Yeah.
Or you should buy a Lucas Starks merch shirt, because I also have merch. Buy my merch. Ting!
So to
Son of a bitch. We get it. You have cool merch, Elias. I'm working on mine. God.
I'm just gonna kill something
I think
while we're
cooler
waiting.
is subjective, but merch, yeah.
Hate you all. Both love and hate you all.
I've done nothing
So
wrong.
let's
You're fine. It's not about you. It's about the other.
return to the realms of the wild. Last game, the party returned to the Wisdom Realm. They met a korok named Steve, who was very interested in them, and helped kind of guide them around a little bit. Kess developed maternal instincts apparently.
What?
And the term Mama Kess became a thing, and it was amazing. And this korok led you guys to the base of Death Mountain, where you decided instead of directly going to the fallen Rito city, you would you would head to the Goron city first. And when you guys got to kind of the entrance of the cave system that leads to the Goron city, Steve, not being particularly fond of being in Death Mountain itself and kind of the lack of wildlife and everything, decided to head off and kind of keep exploring and everything like that. But she may come back. You never know. So you guys are currently at the opening of a relatively large cave. What What do you want to do?
In terms of information that I have told them like a little bit, just so I know, we've talked a little bit about the Titans, and all of that. Was there anything else I should be aware of that I have said?
Not particularly. You mentioned the Titans and explained how they just destroyed the world after Calamity Ganon took them over. I don't believe you went into great detail. You might have mentioned the can't remember what they're called. The evil Sheikah.
The Yiga?
Yeah. You might have mentioned the Yiga clan had something to do with it, but they seem to be bad no matter what.
I think that
Okay.
Pierre's either been silent, aka Alex has been gone, or Pierre has just not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Pierre has been silent.
Or he's been
kinda
silent.
close-beaked about it.
Okay, as long as nothing was said that like that's important, that I'm not gonna like if I say anything today, it's gonna be like, oh wait. Then we're good. Okay, cool. Well, since we're at the bottom of this cave, might as well go in, right?
Does this look at all familiar with the entrance to My Death Mountain?
Kind of. The Death Mountain that you're familiar with, this cave isn't a cave as much as it is an entrance. There are carvings done by the Goron that have made it more into an entrance type thing, and it's developed. Let's say this is just a cave opening. So it's in the same place. It's
Okay.
roughly the same shape, but it looks like completely naturally formed, not a place where people live. And generally, even with this state of the world, there would at least be a lookout or two out here, and people did leave the Goron city on a fairly regular basis to find more food or other things. They wouldn't go far, less than half a day's journey out, but so there was traffic here. It looks like no one has been here in a very long time.
Pierre, has anybody talked to the Gorons in a while, or were they here when you were here the last time?
From what I recall, yes. Would there be any specific memories that I would know of, given my backstory?
When the Titans went crazy, the various races did send troops to help try to stop them. So you probably were aware of the Goron city itself pre-Calamity was decent sized. Whether or not you knew any Goron personally, I'll leave up to you, but it wasn't that they were unknown or anything. They were a power in the region. They were just ruled over by Rito.
Yeah, and I know that after everything sort of happened, pretty much
everybody just kind of collapsed into their own place.
Yeah, they went back to their own thing. So I wouldn't. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and say that like I've seen maybe one or two passing.
Yeah,
but none really.
Since you do know, since the calamity, you haven't seen any.
Okay, then no.
And
I haven't seen
any you would have seen would have been beforehand. You also have not seen any Zora. And the few Hylians you have seen were all in hiding, so you kind of accidentally stumbled across them.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's my answer.
Oh. Well.
There is a giant Titan body and a city that is fallen on their mountain. So that may
half the mountains just
have
collapse.
anything to do.
It's like a leaning tower of
Death.
Elden.
Okay, well, I guess we can go up and look. I mean, this is the way in my Hyrule to get there, but it looks really different, so I guess we can try.
Follow your lead.
Well, have you come up this way before?
Not really.
Oh right, you can fly.
Yeah, that's the thing I can do. You're very observant, Aruna.
Yeah. By the way, thank you for getting our lunch so often these past few days. It's been really helpful and appreciative. Okay, well, let's keep going.
Wow.
God damn it, Elias. Okay. All right, we're going there.
All right, after you, Aruna.
Okay. And he just walks, trying to find familiarity in his path.
Okay.
Zolta would like to reach out with her entropy powers to see if she senses any signs of life.
Okay. As you kind of extend your awareness, everything is dead.
Yay.
It's not like an absence of life. There are dead things around you.
Hold up, Aruna.
Plant life, dead animals. Everything is dead. They are long dead, but dead nonetheless.
Yes.
Be careful. There's a lot of death in this place.
Oh, well. Didn't you or Brayak say that like a city like fell, and I'm assuming a lot of people died?
I don't think this death is permanent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm gonna start handing out hand bombs to everybody.
Yes, takes one silently.
Okay, so I have one of those. How do I even put
Okay,
that?
I think we're careful now. I'll keep walking.
How can we be careful? Give everyone explosives.
Well, you just gave us a hand bomb?
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone wants.
How does that work in terms of like what I need to know about it?
It's a bomb.
If
you
you
light it and
use
throw
it,
it.
I'll tell you what to roll. But it's
Okay, then we're good.
You've seen me do it like 1,000 times at this point.
Yeah, but it's your mechanics and not mine, so
Oh, mechanically? Yeah, just listen to Jody.
Okay.
before we continue, Imp just put something that I kind of hate, but I appreciate. Great idea for service. Read out that deliver food. Roost mates.
That sounds like a different kind of service.
It does.
It does, but I don't know if that was the. I know what they're
It wasn't.
parroting.
I mean, it wasn't the intent, but I think this needs to be
Or
developed. I
was it?
also need a fan fiction story for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu that are in the background for Elias.
Which you can't see because it's being blocked.
Well, since the cereal boxes are gone, I need.
What happened to the cereal boxes?
They're just out of reach and out of frame.
Yeah. So anyway, I need a new
on.
love story between those two games.
Afraid they'll come alive as an NPC again and make him sing.
Or it'll be the monologue inducer for the Office episode that we do.
All right.
Remember to save up your rupees, folks. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm assuming keep
Cautiously,
going.
yeah, cautiously go through the cave. Definitely after Aruna.
I will also be following, and I'm not going to keep the handball in my hand. I'm going to put it somewhere in my pack, but in a place that I could probably easily access it.
I'm turning on life drain to preemptively just be ready.
Does anyone have a torch at all, or a way to light something up?
Oh,
Like just in case we need to see.
yeah, I can hear, and I'll just light one of my wicks and hand it to Pierre.
Cool. You gave it to the person who's probably the most flammable. Great.
Well, we're all kind of flammable. Well, except Zolta, and except me.
I'm electric.
I'm just
That's
rocky.
nice. Moving on.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You have the equivalent of a road flare kind of thing,
Okay, then that works.
because that's if Elias, if you want to roll your light cantrip.
Yeah, that's
Energy roll.
yeah. 19.
Yeah, you're fine. It's a nice roll flare.
19.
So you guys start walking down the cave.
Yeah, and I'm just looking for like familiar looking pathways or just spatial awareness that might lead me back to where I know Goron City to be.
A perception check.
Would any of these caves have any markings on it that like I would recognize?
Looking around, you're more noticing the lack of markings. You would expect there to be something here, and there's nothing.
Okay.
There's no evidence currently that anyone has ever lived here, which isn't true, because this is where the primary Goron settlement was. So just the fact that there's nothing here is very interesting. Zulta,
Yes.
Pokemon 03 gave you a reroll token.
Oh, thank you.
You said
Make a
presence,
note
right,
of
for me?
that.
What?
You said presence?
Hey, what are you asking?
You asked me to roll something. It was presence, right?
Perception.
Okay. Oh, that's the same thing. That's a good 11.
Okay.
And we're off.
So looking around, you are kind of noticing the same thing that Pierre is. This tunnel somewhat in your realm. This tunnel, there are offsets of it and offshoots of it, and this is a kind of a open air market. This is generally any traders that come to trade with the Goron never really go past this cave opening, because most artisans and traders in Goron City have a booth or something set up in this cave specifically for trading. Your family has a booth here normally, and then the further in you get, each offshoot would be, one of them might be a training ground, another one might just be a grouping of dwellings where people live, but this city extends pretty far out of to the edge of the cave system, and there's nothing here. There's not even, because a lot of the booths and everything are carved out of the walls and things like that. So if they had been there and had been removed, there would be holes and things like that. There's nothing.
Okay. I'll keep trying to go to the heart of the city.
Okay.
I'm just keeping an eye out for potential enemies.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna continue lighting the way, I guess.
Zulta, make me a perception check too.
I'm not perceptive at all. This is gonna be great. 12.
Okay.
Better
So
mind.
as you guys
That's not hard though.
keep going, as you guys keep going, you're traveling for really slow because Aruna, the further in you get, the more unsettled you feel. So you guys are traveling pretty slow, and it takes you a good 10 minutes before Zulta, you finally notice something that looks out of place. Something kind of glints in the distance, about 150 to 200 feet away, but you can't tell what it is from where you are right now. But it's obviously got some sort of a lacquer sheen to it.
Aruna,
What?
do you see the glinty thing?
Do I see the glinty thing?
Yes.
Oh.
The light from your flare that Pierre is holding is reflecting off.
Yeah. What is it? Can you
I
see?
don't know. Throw a bomb at it.
Oh, well, it might be a gem, and I don't want to blow it up if it's a gem.
Then go check it out.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
As you get
Subtle.
as you get close to it, you see something that's starting to look more and more familiar to you. The longer you are here, you see a articulated, I guess, kind of looks like a leg-ish with no foot at the end, and some pipes and things like that. And you can see a little bit further on, you can see kind of a circular-ish piece of technology.
Can I stop as I start to see this?
Sure. It's not moving, and it's just from a quick glance in your own mechanical knowledge, it's it looks like multiple pieces of the same item and broken.
Okay, so a leg and circular. Does this look like some of the steampunk guardian pieces we saw earlier?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's much more like the circular piece is probably about the size of your chest, a little bit smaller.
Okay.
And then the leg is almost an insectoid.
Oh, okay. Zolta, it's just a leg, and I'll keep going to see what it is.
What kind of leg?
A shiny one.
I'm gonna come over and investigate.
Yeah, it's made out of metal.
Hey, Pierre, is this from anything you know about? Like a weird thing that's in this high roll that's not in mine, because I don't think I've seen this in my high roll. So anything I haven't seen in my high roll, I'm just going to assume it belongs to your high roll.
Well, I mean, the technology that we've had is quite advanced, and there were other titans and stuff that other races had. So,
you do know this is Rito tech.
but it is our tech. It is our tech.
Yeah.
So I would recommend.
This is definitely Rito tech. Even the other races kind
They would
of
still use us.
backed off of your tech,
Mhm.
but this specifically is very clearly Rito. And looking at it, make a history check.
Do you mean a learning check?
A learning check. Yeah, of course.
We love it.
We all
we
just
love it
need
when
to
we learn
cross
multiple
out learning
systems.
on our sheets and write history above it.
I mean, honestly, it's all the same. We love multiple systems that have the same similar thing, except not.
You're all the same.
Oh.
I aggressively learned 32. Ha!
So the Titans were technically ancient Rito tech. In the 10,000 years between sealing Calamity Ganon with them and then the Great Calamity, you guys shrank the tech basically and started making a lot of smaller robots basically to do various different tasks. Like the skeletons you guys fought last week were basically frames that you would kind of build out from for various tasks. Some of them were servants, some of them were peacekeepers, things like that. But there were also non-humanoid things that you guys made. This looks like one of the non-humanoid things. Specifically, they were four-legged creatures that moved around by jumping and were generally used as wildlife control. And then during the Great War that happened during the Calamity, right after the Great Calamity, they were repurposed as just kind of cannon fodder that you guys could throw at a Titan or a group of enemy soldiers, and they would, get attacked by these creatures first. So, yeah, you do recognize them, but obviously this one is broken. With a roll that high, you can tell it has not been broken long.
Do I know by broken long? Are we talking like within the last couple months, or literally maybe the last day or two?
You can't really tell, but it's obvious that this was not broken during the Great Calamity War. This was active probably at least within the last 6 months, but you can't get any more specific. It could have been active yesterday. It could have been active 6 months ago.
Gotcha. Cool. Noted. As I stare at chat and have a ton of fun sciencey names thrown at me. Okay, so it is old tech that is used to normally handle nature and forest, but it doesn't look like it's been deactivated for that long.
Oh. Hey, Kess, do you want part of this leg to look at it?
She snatches it.
Yeah, well, just take the whole
and
leg
then is
too. Okay.
enwrapped with it probably at least for the next hour-ish.
Hour and a half.
Hour-ish, yep.
Well, maybe Cass can figure out how it works, but there's not a lot of wildlife in Death Mountain, at least not in my Death Mountain. Hey, wait, didn't you say everything was dead, Zolta?
Yeah.
Maybe this killed all the wildlife.
Maybe.
Well, one other thing you remember that Pokemon 03 brought up in chat, which is something you would know with 32. These bots were designed to operate in very wet environments, so they don't actually rust. They have a coating that prevents them from rusting because they were designed to they could actually glide on water, kind of like a water strider.
Yep, I know exactly what this is.
Robot Surskits.
Also, maybe robot Tektites, but yes.
You do see a little bit of rust around where they broke, because when you break, the coating goes away. But other than that, it's fairly pristine, a little dusty. But again, the environment that you're in is dusty. You know, that every so often as you guys are walking, you know, little bits of dust and things will fall down from the roof.
Does this, just based off what Pierce told me about it, does this look like it could have been broken from like a high yield impact of some kind of giant rock of some kind?
Well, I mean, is there a stalactite next to it?
Looking at it, you see I'm gonna have you roll me a logic roll.
Logic, you say? Leveled up my logic. 21.
Okay. It's almost too faint to see, but there are slight scorch marks on it that would fit something explosive hitting it.
I think someone blew this up. Because of the scorch marks that you can't really see here, but you know, I've blown a lot of stuff up, so I saw them. So maybe a Goron did this.
Right, but if this was around here, I feel like that would be something they'd be accustomed to.
Unless it, like, you know, went crazy like the Titans.
Fair point.
Remember the Titans, Pierre.
Low-hanging fruit.
I walked right into that, but at the same time, god damn it.
Take your legend point, Elias.
I walked why did I not see that?
Speaking of legend points, we currently have a 4-way tie in the MVP poll.
Oh, I forgot about
Me
that.
too.
Everyone gets legend points. You get a legend point.
Except for Pierre.
And none for question winners. Bye.
I'm gonna say Steve gets the legend point.
All right.
Yay!
Dan was so nice to join us last week.
She did great. I saw.
If when she returns, she'll have a legend point.
I think Attica still has a pending legend point as well. That got one from his last episode. Yeah, okay. Well, but yeah, if it went crazy and, you know, maybe they just don't like all the Rito tech or something now, you know, and they just like destroy it on sight because it, you know, destroyed half their mountain. Or is it the Rito's mountain here? I don't really know how that works.
Well, I mean, the Rito don't really hang in this area. This is not the Rito Mountain. We're on the opposite side.
Why was there a city?
Because we had floating cities in a lot of different areas.
So some of them hanged around here.
Some of them did.
Oh.
But not a lot of them.
Well,
they were
like
scattered all over.
Because every time you talk about it, you make it sound like a lot of people died, and not just some people.
There were.
Okay. Anyway, I think a Goron blew this up. I don't know why, but I think that means they're here somewhere.
Well, then let's keep going.
Okay. I keep going.
I want to keep an eye out for anything else that would like catch my eye in that case, since I sort of recognize this text. See if there's anything that like maybe has remnants of that technology somewhere hidden.
Okay.
I know there's not anything like on the walls, but like if there's another shiny thing, I would like to make just to keep an eye out for it too.
Sorry, I'm doing something. Talk amongst yourself for a second, please.
Welcome to Realms of the Wild, everyone. Make sure that you are subscribed to Zelda Universe TV. And if you can't subscribe, just make sure that you are following us on all the social media platforms that exist.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Cass.
And
whenever you get our lunch, can you just get me like a few of the Death Mountain rocks? That'll probably be.
Don't you have enough?
Well, but these are like exotic Death Mountain rocks. I want to see if there's a difference, you know?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize that was a premium.
Well, I don't know if it is. That's why I need to taste test and experiment.
Since we are talking amongst ourselves, hey Elias, when's the next exciting episode of Let's Not Play Zelda?
I've been trying to do that. Hopefully this week.
Oh, good.
Week.
I keep saying it's happening. It's not happening.
Well, right, because like work stuff keeps happening, and my commute is like 2 hours. But
whoa, what the?
am
Yikes.
getting an apartment closer. That should help.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So do you guys continue going?
Yes.
Yeah, we keep going, and Pierre's looking out for more shiny robots.
All right. As you guys go further in, you start hearing scratching sounds, like metal on rock. But anytime you investigate it, there's nothing there. You start seeing offshoots of this main cave. The first one you come off to is a small, like just a little bit larger than a standard Goron offshoot. Do you guys want to investigate or keep going?
I'm just content to follow the main path as I know it to Goron City, but with phantom metal scraping sounds everywhere, I'm gonna have a bomb in hand, and I guess as we're walking, if there's enough time, I'm gonna try and fix my blast basher to where it's working again, instead of because it was broken from a little R&D.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's time, but that's what I'm thinking. What he's thinking.
Yeah, you can do that. Make me a logic roll.
16.
Okay, so piecing it together and everything, you do finally get it kind of back in one piece, but it takes all of your focus.
Yeah.
For like, 15 minutes, and so when you kind of you've just been continuing to walk forward, and the rest of the group is looking at everything but you and is just kind of following you. So they didn't realize that you'd just been walking, and so when you look up, you're in a completely different place than you were before. You notice something very different, which is a large pile of rocks that are blocking this part of the cave.
And I don't recognize where I am at all.
You're relatively certain you're still in the main pathway.
Oh, okay. It's just a
There,
giant block.
there's no shoots directly where you are. So, if you backtrack a little bit, you can probably figure out exactly where you are. Right now, you just know you're another 15 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I wasn't paying attention for a little bit, but I want to make sure that we're in the right place. I'm just gonna go back a little to make sure we're in the right spot. But if we are, then we need to do something about these rocks.
You don't have to go back very far. 5 minutes in, you see actually two offshoots opposite of each other, and you know where you lived. This was actually the one on your right now, since you're facing the mouth of the cave now. Was where the excavators would keep their equipment, the miners and things like that. They would keep their equipment there, and they would kind of like a barracks type thing, except for miners. And then that's where they would meet, and then they would go off. You realize that where the cave-in is in your thank you, Pokemon 03. That's exactly what I wanted.
What?
You can have an audience legend point for your non-existent character.
They're rarely given to anyone besides Imp audience legend point.
Yeah. Eventually, the audience will have more legend points than you guys do.
Well, yeah, because we can actually use them.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, kind of getting into your head, there's actually normally an offshoot there that was fairly recent. It was a new mining shaft.
Okay.
And it just isn't there in this place.
Okay. But
now there was also a mining shaft that went off from the room that this offshoot went to, but you'd have to actually go in it to see if that's there. And then the opposite side on your left was a restaurant. Basically, it was you could get fermented Goron drinks, and it was a bar.
Oh man, that's pretty.
But it was far enough in that you only really Gorons went there.
Yeah.
Most traders and everything never made it this far. So.
Okay, but the main cave-in that we saw is definitely, at this point, I'm convinced, the way to Goron City.
What?
The main cave-in that we just came from and saw is definitely the way to Goron City, as far as
yes.
Okay.
You think like the city center where the highest population density is? Mm-hmm. You think you're roughly about. If you keep your current pace, you're about 30 minutes away.
Okay.
But again, there's a giant pile of rocks in the way.
Yeah, I'll go back up to the rocks where everyone is, and
yes, Imp. I think Elias and I may have actually talked about that.
We're gonna chat and come up with the Goron bar menu.
Not only that's gonna be something we do in the next episode. We'll go to a Goron bar, and then Pierre
no
and
one's
Zelda
in
get
it. It's
drunk
a
off
dead
grass
bar.
again.
Yes.
We get another call back to the waiters then.
So yeah, I'll go back to the group and say, yeah, okay, this is definitely the way to Goron City, but we'll have to get through these rocks. I would
These
normally...
aren't just like these are 2 to 3 times the size of you. Small runs are. So these are like boulders.
Yeah.
And it's completely closed off.
Okay. Can I... Yeah. I would normally just try to blow this up, but this looks really, really hard to blow up. So if any of you guys have any other ideas to get through it or something, then...
How big's the impact of your hand bombs normally?
It's about like this, and I throw a hand bomb at the boulders.
Okay.
All right. So not that much.
An attack roll. An energy attack.
Yeah.
roll.
19.
So as you sit there and you throw it, it explodes. It blows some chips off of some of the smaller boulders. And you start hearing a rumbling sound as you see the wall itself starts to shift a little bit, and for a split second you're worried you've just caused a
Cave-in.
Goron mudslide.
Oh, a Goron mudslide. No, those are actually fun.
You're a bit worried that you've
Goron.
destabilized the rocks and they're going to crush you, and so you start moving back, and like the rest of you guys, the ground starts to quake a little bit as the rocks are moving, and you guys kind of brace yourself for a pretty unsatisfying end to this game.
TPK incoming.
And then it happens, and we're done.
And
I would like to put up a barrier.
And then the rumbling stops, and you all kind of sit there. No one's talking. Kess has her hook shot out, and she's just kind of scanning. You're all barely breathing at this point, waiting to see what happens.
Maybe that was the bad choice.
Oh,
And as you say that, you hear this.
Whatever comes out, I'm gonna try and kill it.
Well, fuck.
And then you hear from another part of the cave, and soon you're hearing just the cave is full of this sound of metal hitting rock coming from where you guys have just come from. And it's getting louder and louder.
Why do I feel like I know what this is?
Well, Pierre, I think it's some of those alive robots from Animal Control that are investigating the loud noise of the explosion.
Aruna, you should prepare more bombs.
Okay, I'll give everyone another bomb.
Not what I remember, but okay, sure. Now I have 2 bombs.
Yeah, I'm ready to throw these bombs.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're all gonna die here, I feel like.
Yeah.
This will be like great. Welcome to the series finale of Realms of the Wild, my friends.
Here he comes back and
Here will
goes,
be
what
upset."
happened?
We're all dead.
I was just getting lunch for everyone.
Dude,
It's like that scene
I don't
from
kill off
Community.
characters when their players aren't here. Just wakes up alone, and this just turned into the Kiri Callaghan
Chronicles.
hour and a half.
I'm fine. It just reminds me of that scene from Community where Dog Lover comes back in with a pizza and everything's on fire. He's like, "Hey, what?" It's just that moment, but in Zelda.
So as you guys are looking, Pierre, you're the first one to notice it, followed quickly by Aruna. You see a glint of a light, and then another, and then another, and another, and at first it looks like the floor of the cave is moving towards you, has just kind of gotten up and is moving towards you. But as you look closer, it is just scores upon scores of these robotic four-legged creatures.
I would like to climb onto Aruna's shoulders and throw a bomb at the moving floor of creatures.
Yeah. Well, before you're able to do that, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I get advantage 2 on this because I have lightning reflexes.
That may be useful.
26.
Hold on. All right, 26.
Elias
Yeah.
just said. Couldn't have done that for the musical episode.
Aruna?
11.
Zulta?
23.
Okay, so these creatures come running at you, and the first thing that happens before initiative is Zulta throws off a bomb and hits one of them, explodes, and you see one of the legs get blown off, and it kind of shakes from it, and then just on its remaining 3 legs starts coming back. So you guys have this kind of horde of creatures coming at you. So this is going to be kind of a unique combat encounter. You guys basically have to decide how you're going to stay alive, as opposed to a straight up combat. However you want to use your abilities, whether it's blowing holes in the roof to crush things with rocks, or whatever you guys want to do. There are literally dozens of these things coming at you. So we're going to start with Pierre, and you're relatively certain if you go directly into it too far, they will just swarm you. So you don't want to.
How high are these caverns?
Pretty high, like 20-30 feet, depending on the place. As you watch, you notice that these creatures are on the walls and on the ceiling as well.
Fuck. Well, there goes my plan. So I'm definitely gonna go, nope, throw the 2 hand bombs that Aruna gave me at him.
What is your intention? Just to blow up a few, or what you?
My thought is, like, if they're all, like, if there's the ones that are coming at us on our level, if I can get into a concentrated area to take out, like, either handfuls of parts or some of the ones in the center at least, and then have a blast radius where, like, they're all, like, scattered.
Okay.
And, like, maybe them over so we can get the opportunity to attack them, like, with actual stuff when they can't move at us.
Mm-hmm.
That's my aim.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a that would be accurate agility.
It'd be agility?
Yeah.
Would this count as a multi-attack thing since I'm technically attacking with 2 bombs?
No, this is a straight agility roll. You're not technically
it's a flat roll.
Attacking.
I'm throwing. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a flat roll for both.
No, just one roll for
one roll.
Yep.
Can I use a reroll token?
Sure. Tell the audience what you rolled.
Great, because that was a 7. Not a good enough answer.
Is it
just
too late for me to assist, or for Runa to assist?
how would you assist?
Well, seeing that he's about to throw bombs and being a bomb throwing expert, I just want to give him some pointers of how he's obviously about to do that wrong.
So that particular thing, it would be too late for this roll.
No problem.
It's okay. I'm also gonna use one of my audience session points. I'm gonna use an audience session point for.
Or rather, we could write in the reroll as you going. Wait, before you do that, throwing wrong.
Okay. Slightly better, but not by much. It was a 13.
Okay. So you on Aruna's advice, you hurl them a little bit better. Aruna, his form could use a lot of work.
Yeah.
As you hurl them, hoping to get them to land in the center and create some space, they land right in front of the first line of these things, and by the time they explode, you are able to take out 3 or 4 of them and just kind of blow them apart, but it doesn't have the effect you were hoping it would, and they're still coming towards you.
Great. Oh.
Zulta.
I'm going to climb onto Aruna's shoulder.
Okay.
I'm going to zap some lightning at the bugs, metal things closest to us and say, Aruna, find a way out of here.
Okay. What's your goal with the lightning?
I am either trying to damage or somehow slow down this horde.
Okay. Are you just going to?
I'm going to re-roll that.
A single bolt at one, or what are you? Don't re-roll it yet, because I may be changing what you do. Think of this cinematically. You know, you have a horde of spiders coming at you.
So,
you guys are against a wall. How in an action movie? How would Zulta react?
I kind of want it to be where it's like they're all touching each other and metal conducts electricity. So even though I may be attacking one, it'll travel across.
Oh, okay.
I like that idea.
Go ahead and roll your energy attack. Do it with advantage 1.
Should I? Let's
Yes.
see. I had 2 rerolls, so I can reroll again.
That was a 12, by the way, for those
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. So that was a 12. We're going to do this, and we're going to add some of my legend points, aka 3 of them to the already thing. 34.
Okay.
Your
Massive
attack
improvement.
is called Lightning Ball of Death.
I did call it Lightning Ball of Death. All of my things are like Life Drain, Death Drain, Lightning Ball of Death.
With the flavor text, kill them with electricity. Mwahaha! We live for the dramatic.
Aruna, you're standing there. You've just given Pierre some tips.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there is a hand on your shoulder, then a foot on your stomach, and then a foot in your mouth, and suddenly you realize Zulta has climbed you like a mountain, and
Phrasing?
now
Yup.
is now perched on your shoulders, and then you feel the familiar feeling of kind of like static electricity, and then this bolt of lightning just shoots off from her, and you watch it hit one Zulta, ground, left wall, right wall, ceiling. What do you want to hit?
Ground.
Okay, so you see this bolt go flying forward. It hits one of the tektites, which is what these are.
I knew it.
And you would know what they were called, because you've seen them before. And as it hits that, you see the lightning just kind of jump between a large group of about like 20 of them, and you watch as the lightning hits them, they flail a little bit, and then you see steam start shooting out of cracks in the metal, and eventually you see them just kind of burst from large steam explosions. And so there's now a little bit of a hole that's been carved into the ground troops. Aruna.
And I did tell him to get us out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much? Is there an end in sight to this wave?
Not that you can see.
When we're dead is
From
the
what
end.
you can hear, there's more than you can currently see.
Okay, that's fun. Okay, all right. Can I? Yeah. All right.
You have made some or Zulta has made some breathing room on the ground.
Yeah.
Where there's this large hole, but they're more coming in to fill it.
Yeah. And there's they've taken, like, we're too far back to go into either one of those branching tunnels, right?
Yeah, they've cut you off.
Yeah.
From
okay. I mean,
you got the wall behind you, and again, you know where the mine shaft was in your world.
Oh, and the mine shaft, that was where we are now, not where the offshoots were.
Yeah, there was a mine shaft in one of the offshoots.
Yeah.
And then there was another one a little bit closer that had been dug more recently. So you know where it used to be. You don't see anything there now.
Are we cut off from where it used to be?
No, it's to your right.
Oh.
Like it's just before where the rock slide is. It's just in front of them.
Okay.
Well, you weren't really into mining, so you can't remember why they chose that particular spot.
Yeah, I just know that it was there. Now it's not. Okay, Zolta. Well, you made a big hole, so maybe we can keep carving a path straight. Meanwhile, I'm gonna bomb this wall and see if the non-existent mining shaft exists here. And I will... Man.
I would like to assist him in making a hole that could potentially lead to our escape.
Good.
Can I actually just, since I'm convinced it's fixed, just go up to where the mining shaft was, lock in that blast basher, and just, like, mega punch it?
Sure. With Zulta on your shoulders, Zulta, you kind of, and then he just kind of runs over. You see him put a bomb on his blast basher, and
so I pull out the other bomb that I had that he gave me earlier.
Okay. So go ahead and make me an agility roll, Zulta, and then based on what that is, you'll be making a strength roll, Aruna.
So that was an 8. If anyone would love to give me a re-roll.
Oh no.
I'll give it, the 30-second delay or whatever it is to see. As of right now, you are as you're about to throw the bomb, she throws the hand bomb and it kind of explodes in your face.
Yeah, checks out.
And blinds you for a second, and that'll give you disadvantage 2 on the roll.
Okay. Well, if that is the case, then I will use 3 legend points.
Okay.
All 3 of my legend points to give myself advantage 1.
Okay. You want to make your strength roll?
I'm worried. Okay. Woo!
Damn.
Them exploding dice.
So you
I hope it's.
you
just finally know
rush
I'm still
forward.
just punching
The
a wall.
bomb
though.
kind of explodes in your face. Not the first time that's happened to you.
I'm used to the consequences of giving inexperienced bomb throwers bombs.
Yeah.
You just vaguely hear Zolta say, "I'm helping."
And you rush forward. You kind of blink it out of your eyes, and as you get close to it, you just bring your fist forward and collide with the wall, and you are thrown back from the explosive force and the punch. Zulta, you are as well, unfortunately. Here's a imp gives you a reroll token with the note, Zulta, do better.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
I will try.
Thank you, Em.
So that
Please
roll
tell
is
me that I'm good.
done already, so we don't have to deal with that. But you have one for the next time you can screw up.
Are they like being pushed back enough where they hit me?
No, they
Okay,
the cave that you guys are in, like I said, it's almost perfectly circular, roughly about 30 feet high, 30 feet wide.
Okay, so we're good.
Big. So you run over there, hit the wall, get blown back with a shower of rocks and things like that, and you have created a crack in the wall, and there's air coming through it. So there's
You hear
something
Zolta say, "I helped."
Help
on the
more!
other-
There's air coming through that crack.
Okay, I am.
And that's my turn.
Yep. So it's the creature's turn.
Oh, great.
The hole that Zulta created gets filled in by more of these, and the creatures on the wall and the ceilings get close enough that this next turn you think they'll be able to start attacking you.
Great.
Imp, I believe for rupees, you have to do anything you want to do one at a time. Unfortunately, they don't have
there's
multi.
no bulk rupee redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Complain to
asking.
Streamlabs.
It's so we go back to Pierre. You now have creatures above you that look like they're getting ready to just kind of fall off and jump on you, which is their kind of modus operandi.
Yep.
That's how they kill things. And then you have the creatures on the side of the walls looking like they're getting ready to start jumping from the side. So you guys. In the area that Aruna blew apart, you can see the ones on the right wall have started going towards that hole instead of at you guys. So they preoccupied with the crack. in the wall.
Okay.
Different, generally they're very simple, and they generally they kill things they're supposed to kill, and then they just wander around. The fact that they're so interested in this hole is different to you.
And I did point out attention to it before my turn was over.
Yes, there's air coming through there. So here's the thing. All I have are knives.
Oh, that's right. You used both of the bombs already.
I used both of the bombs already. So, which probably...
You can ask for more bombs. You can...
I could ask for more bombs, huh?
You can again think cinematic.
I'm trying to think about this.
Are attacking you.
First thought is, you know what? Okay. Let's see how this goes. First of all, I'm gonna ask, Yo, Runa, can I get some more bombs?
Yeah, and what I'm gonna do is take my bomb bag and start just emptying bombs.
This seems safe.
So very quickly, there is a small weapons cache of
where are we dropping, boys?
On the ground. A couple of them, as they hit the ground, you see them just get that close to exploding, but they don't.
You know what I'm gonna try to do, because why not be flashy if this is not gonna work? I want to take 3 of those bombs that are on the ground, throw them up, windmill kick them, to see that have one go up to the top, up to the ceiling, one in front of me, and then one like one of the walls that's like not near the crack.
Okay, that's going to be very difficult.
Then let me do.
It'll be an agility roll, because it's one windmill kick to hit these 3 things.
Right.
So
disadvantage.
It'll be at disadvantage 4. This is a pretty advanced thing.
Okay. If I drop it, you know what? Let me do then. Maybe I shouldn't do that, because that's not gonna be a bad idea.
Maybe you should widen the crack so that we can escape through it.
Hey, we can only point it out to him so much.
Oh, that's true too. I forgot about that. Fine, windmill keep the crack.
With bombs.
With bombs.
Okay.
It's gonna be a windmill kick regardless.
That'll reduce it down
I'm
to
tired.
a straight roll. Because you're not trying to hit 3 different targets.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna add 2. I'm gonna add 2 legend points to that.
Okay.
It's gonna be really awkward if this is a dead end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very mad at you. I'm gonna use my 2 legend points, my audience points for this for advantage 2. Also, this is why I call myself like a golden retriever, because I'm really, really stupid when I like 95% of the time. Anyway, agility 18.
Okay. So you toss a bomb up, spin around, come with a spinning windmill kick, and it blows it impacts the wall where you were aiming. You see more rock chunks fly. You actually knock a few tights out of the way. And instead of a crack, there is now a hole. Aruna would have a hard time getting into it, but it's not impossible. The rest of you guys can get into it without too much difficulty.
Okay. Do I still have enough things in my turn where I can see what's on the other side?
Funny you should ask.
Oh God.
It's
When
your ex-wife.
you do that, there's an explosion and dust, and then something moving so fast, you have a hard time seeing it. You just see a flash of light against metal, and
Who flew out of
uh,
sight?
Very quick movement, and suddenly this kind of whirling cyclone of blades just comes out and starts attacking some of the some of the Tektites near the opening, and as the dust kind of settles, you see this woman wearing form-fitting leather armor, wielding a pair of katanas, as she's just kind of spinning around and slashing and kicking and keeping the Tektites away. And she spins around. You see this kind of long flowing brown hair, and she spins, and your eyes lock on these very familiar
it is his ex-wife.
hazel green eyes, and you recognize someone you haven't seen in years.
Oh my god, I know who this is.
It's a Hylian named Maria.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
That would be my phone. And when she sees you, she kind of gets this look of confusion, and then recognition, and then she's happy for a second, and then she looks around and she goes, "Damn it, Pierre! What did you do this time?
I didn't do anything.
Get in the cave and bring your troop." And she just continues to keep fighting, trying to give you guys an exit.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna just yell, "You heard her, make a break for it," and then just start running towards that hole.
Okay, you're able to make it into the hole.
And I'm gonna just like dive leap into it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to dive from Aruna's shoulders into the hole.
Okay. So you were up next. That's what you do. Aruna, you are out there with this Hylian dervish of death, and you.
So.
And she goes, "Come on, Tubby, let's go."
Oh, that's not my name. My name's Aruna. What's yours? While I
Details we can go over later.
While I go into a Goron roll in an attempt to get small enough to fit through the hole. And as I'm doing that, if I can, for my action, I'm going to try to leave. I can't leave a big bomb because it would take too much time, but I'm just going to try and leave a controlled detonation kind of bomb at the entrance of the cave to cave in the thing behind us as we escape.
Oh, okay. So you sit there and you toss a bigger than hand bomb, but not massive, right next to the opening you've just made. Roll in. It's an unpleasant experience because you are just slightly the wrong shape for this, and so you get some bumps and bruises and things like that. You do make it through. Very quickly afterwards, you see her come through, and then literally a split second after she gets in, explosion, rocks fall, and you guys can hear on the other side the sound of metal against rock as it seems that Tektites are trying to get in, but they're not built for digging, so they're not having much luck. So you guys are in a slightly larger kind of antechamber, and you can see a couple paths branching off from it. And Maria, Stars, as you know her, sheathes her katanas, looks at you, Pierre, and just comes over. And you're very happy to see her because you haven't seen her probably in a 6 months or so. You lost contact with her before all this stuff started due to a encounter with a Titan, and you weren't actually sure if she was okay. And so she comes over and she looks a little bit friendly, and then she just pushes you. She says, "Damn it! I thought you were dead. What the hell are you doing? And who is Fish Girl and Bomb Boy?"
I said my name was Iruna.
First of all, that is a great movie spinoff.
Write me the fan fiction, everyone.
Send it to Green Eye Trombonist on the Twitters.
It is Green Eye T-Bone on Twitter.
Oh, excuse me. Never mind.
And I am at Trainer Jody on Twitter.
And I _stars.
Send us all that fan fiction.
Please do. Well, I thought the same of you. I thought you were dead. For me, it's a long story. A very long story.
And with that, we're going to end a little bit early this week because I'm a little bit under the weather. But that's where we're going to end it for this week. So thank you very much for tuning in to the show. Sorry, Snake Madness. Yeah, we got to end a little early. But like I said, in 2 weeks we theoretically should be back, hopefully with Cass, and we'll find out exactly what's going on here.
Yep.
Again, your knowledge of her, you lost her pretty far away from here, and you've never traveled to the Goron City. You haven't traveled there since the Great Calamity.
Fire Nation.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There is a legend point from Snake Madness to Pierre.
Hey, thank you, Jake.
So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and the episode will be live. If you missed any of it, like Snake, you can watch it VOD right here on the Twitch channel, or it'll be up next Friday on the YouTube channel. All right. So anyway, that's
Right.
It's all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
Follow me on Twitter.